But hello, anyone out there? There we go. See, that even appears when I type it, so that's good. Check the load positions. I do need a torch for this. There's no other way to really look at it. So. What was that? I'll be starting the proper test in just a minute. I just need to see if I can get this all working first. Doesn't look like it. I'll come back to that. Right, so let me see. Examinable inventory. There we go. So I need one of them. One of them. Just make my job a little bit easier. Flashlight. This will be a battery. Okay, so now we have both of those. They're both in persistent. Okay, so give it a minute. Right, so I don't think there's any music on this, but that's okay. Also, like, there's not a whole lot of detailing yet. I'm mostly in this because I need to make sure that various parts of it work. Okay, so I need to get my notepad. Okay, so you can see this is how I keep notes. Okay, so see shit. That's my pen. Hello, viewer number 2. How are you? I hope you're well. Hey. Right. So, notes 1. Set. Bedroom. Door. 2. Shut. And jam. After use temp, because I wanted to unjam again for about 5 minutes. It's just really, I'm kind of herding the player, you know, like herding the player where I need them to be. Right, so at the minute it's morning time. That's where you can see the kind of sun being the way it is. So you can see the sun's coming up over the horizon there and hitting everything. So those two are loaded okay. It's important to make sure those two are loaded because loading those is optional, but they take up resources, so I need to make sure they are loaded. Now then, that's locked, that's open, so I can explore. That's good, okay. I wanted to make sure I could explore okay. Right, through here. That's locked, as it should be. Now I can go out here. Now the sun's going to continue to rise. At the minute it's fairly low down. Now there's going to be a few minutes where Malin's going to give you your marching orders for the day on what it is that he needs you to do. Once you've done that, hang on, there's a mistake there I need to fix. rock pile outside. Yes, I write it down. LH keeper's house. Okay, just by having notes like these, you see, it means I don't have to stop the test and then come back in. Right, so as you can see, the sun's climbing nice and high into the sky now, getting a bit golden. Okay, now you need the sun to be kind of as high as you can by the time you get out of here, because if it's too dark, you're not going to be able to see jack or shit. Now then, I've just remembered that I've left my torch, so I'm going to go back up and find that. I've left the front door wide open. I'll probably set the door to automatically close. It's tidier. Anyway, I can go in here and grab these, and then there we go. Okay, just so I can use the torch. I know the mesh isn't in my hand at the minute. I will get round to fixing that. Okay. This is important because the mission that we're given off Malin, there's 2 of them, and as it's fairly early in the day, as you can see from the position of the sun, it's kind of important that we can see, because there are areas that are going to be real dark. Especially until people get used to where everything is. Interesting, I'll have to fix that. It's part of the general overall fixing of the stairs bit. You'll notice my battery isn't running out, by the way, because why the hell should my battery run out? Right, so down here to get to the actual village, you've got to do some research to find the route, but I built it so I know the route. However, it's very easy to fall, and if you fall, you will not be well. You can see we're coming a different way to how we did over there. Okay, so when we're coming down here, we're going to do things like trigger rock falls and all that kind of thing. And the idea is you want to be over there, okay, where the rocks are. So, and none of this has any lamps. This is the old stairways. This is the old access routes. You know, and this is up for you to try and find. And there is required a certain amount of caution. You can do this faster, but you'll fall to your death. Again, there's no audio here, just to remind you. Or excess plants. Okay, but it's nice coming back down to this area. Now then, this is actually leftovers from the original kind of built stairway that we had coming up to here from down there, and it didn't work. I put out for some critiques and no one really liked it, so it went this way instead. Now then, as you can see, the torch is illuminating a little but not a lot, which is great. I don't want it illuminating too much, and once we're past here it hardly matters anyway. Now, as you can see, the route needs fixing, so I'm going to put a note there. 2, 3, back route to the village needs attention. Okay, so this is before I put any of the clues and things in. Anyway, for the meantime, I'll just drop down. As you can see, there's various things here to kind of help our way, otherwise it'd be like some serious climbing, and I don't want to give the player too many climbing skills, because that would make their job far too easy. If I give them climbing skills, then it means they're going to be able to climb up all sorts of things that I don't want them to. Now then, over here, Okay, certain amount of exploration, so if the player wants to have a bit of an explore they can. While we were walking over there was actually a load event happened. I'm pretty sure we can't see what the load event's done, but what it's actually done is it's loaded in some additional parts of the game and also removed parts of the game that we don't need. So for example, now the lighthouse is not there anymore and neither is the observatory, but most people aren't going to notice that. Now then, as we continue down here, this bit's kind of important because I really don't want the player able to get back up here again. Now technically they probably can if they follow this route, but it's going to be a hassle jack, you know, so I think that's okay. Now, when the player's here, there's a second loading happening. Again, you won't have seen that, but now you can see that we're down at the village. Now, so far, I mean, I know which way I'm going, and I'm 11 minutes in, and I've gone the wrong way there. I should have gone the other way. The mine entrance needs fixing, I know, but I'll fix that in a bit. So from here, there's going to be a lot more here than just this village, but you're not seeing that. But anyway, we're going to make our way through the village. Okay, and you can go down its old roads if you want to and stuff, which is kind of nice. There's an old graveyard over there, and there's some blocks and stuff like that. Nice traditional kind of Scottish stone builds. Want to go in, you can. Your torch works and everything, so... As you can see, the sea's fairly calm today. I can switch between various states of the ocean, which is a help. Now over here, this is where the pump room is. Now the pump room should not be locked at the minute, thankfully. If it was locked, that would cause a problem for this test. So to get into the pump room, we have to kind of go around the front. And the idea is that once we've turned on the pump room, these things will start pumping. Right, so now we're in the pump room. So I can turn on some of these lamps to make my job a wee bit easier. And then I can turn this. Okay, there's another lamp I think down here as well. Now at the minute we can get over that, but that's going to be a very temporary thing. So let's go over here. Now you can see at the minute I'm 30 megabytes over budget. I don't really care too much though. So as I come out here, now what should have happened, oh there we go, is the rain's kind of started. Now I can see there's a problem with my overlay. So let's see, my rain overlay needs fixing. Not working. Too tiled. However, at least the rain is coming down, which is what it's supposed to do. So, you know, every cloud has a rainy lining, even if it makes this a little bit hard to see. So now as I come over here, and I'm running a bit just to make my job a wee bit easier. Again, I know exactly where I'm supposed to go, which makes my job considerably easier. I don't have to, you know, go and read the books and all the other things that I was doing. Oh, I see what it's doing. I'm so silly. Never mind. I know what's wrong with it now. Okay, so fix position. Fix thing near pump room. See, that way I don't have to stop the game and come out of it. Okay. Now over here, this isn't finished yet, but I want to see how bad the juddering is. Again, this doesn't I've closed that, at which point it won't open again, but I've got a torch. Okay, so here's the first error. Mine did not load. So I can see all the way over there I have my flipping thing, but it's not what I need. So 5, mine didn't load. I know why. There. Everything else is working okay, kind of, so let's see what I can do to fix this. Right, so that's the first test over with. I hope